Hello, I'm Lauren Markham. Thanks for joining us on AFL Riverina TV. Shortly, we'll be taking a look at round 9 of the RFL, but first to the Farrer League, where we're into the second half of the season. Taking a look at round 10, East Wagga host Temora at Gumley, and then it's Northern Jets having Mara at home, CSU host Coleambally, and the Rock are having Barellan over at the Rock Rec Ground. To help us make sense of all of that, a warm welcome to Joe Scott from East Wagga Coringal and Jason McPherson from AFL Southern New South Wales. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, Joe, a massive game against Temora. In some ways, the Kangaroos this year, a little bit like you guys last season, new coach and quite a few new players. Do you expect them to be a different prospect to when you beat them in round 1?
Yeah, definitely. They've had 6 or 7 weeks there to work together since then, and the team would have built up a fair bit better. And I'd expect a different showing, and Whip will have them ready for us this weekend.
And what do you think their strengths will be, and what are you guys focusing on this week at training?
Yeah, well, they've lost a fair few midfielders, so their strengths are still their forward line. But I think for them to for this game, they'll be trying to match it with our midfield, and we'll be going at them the same way and trying to get to our forwards and utilise our forward line against their backs. I think that's how we can go about beating them fellas this weekend.
And Macca, you coached a good few players from both sides in the rep side. How do you think this one will go?
It'd be very interesting. I'm leaning towards Temora at this stage. Halfway through the season, I see Kristen McCree signed again for next year. That's going to settle the place down. They've got a super forwards in Wallace and Harpley. Charlie Valance will go to Geppert, no doubt. This new guy, Kelly, obviously can play a bit, so I'm not quite sure how Kristen will overcome that. But I think it'll be one out of the middle as well. With obviously Joe and Absalom, Stu Bridie, that run may give them the edge, but wet weather, I'll back Temora in to win. And
Joe, the Jets take on Mara. You played both of them in recent weeks. Who's your pick?
Yeah, I'd be confident in saying that the Jets will come out on top there. They're a very even side that with that Mitch Hadrill that's come in. When we played them out there, he showed a lot, and the midfield there with Sam Fisher, and with Ruckman, I'm pretty sure he's back in, so that they look like they should beat Mara.
And Macca, this game, is this kind of going to decide which one of these two sides will make the finals?
Yeah, I reckon it will. I think Mara, been hit by injuries, sort of tried to get back last week and fell again. Whereas Jets have probably been building and improving each week. With the Fisher boys, Darren Jackson's got them flying out there. I see, obviously out of the middle there, their strengths probably lack a key forward. But yeah, for me, Jets in front, and I think that'll be the 5th spot in the final makeup of the 5.
And Coleambally travelled to the uni. You guys played the Bush Pigs last week. Are they a chance of upsetting the Blues?
No, I don't think so. I think the Coleambally experience in their side, that Mitch will have them up and firing, and they've got a bit to prove still. So I think he'll have his boys ready to prove a point against CSU this weekend.
And Mitch Carroll wouldn't be too happy with that thrashing at Temora. Do you expect a turnaround?
Yeah, absolutely. He would be hurting big time, and I don't think they would have had an easy week on the track as well. So, Coleambally for me, I think the Pound boys, Simon Mackey, they've got some big, strong boys at this time of the year when the conditions are a bit wet and heavy. They come to the fore. So, Coleambally for me.
And Barellan will be up against it when they head to the Rock. You head there in about a month. What did you make of the Rock when you met them at Gumley?
Yeah, they're a side that's they've got a lot of left footers, so it's a different type of team to play footy against. They've always got you going that different way around contests, and with their focus on Carey up forward, it's a bit of a challenge to keep on top of them, and yeah, they'll be a very difficult team to beat.
And missing the finals last year obviously hurt the Magpies. They are back. Are they the biggest danger to East Wagga this year?
No, I think Temora just in front of them. I think the Rock, they need luck with injuries. If they've got their full complement of players on their day, can beat anyone, like the top 3 teams can. But I've got Temora in front of the Rock. But in saying that, Will Over's done a great job at Barellan, but I can see the Rock having an easy one on Saturday.
Turning to the RFL now, where it's the last week of the first half of the season. Let's take a look at the fixtures. Coleambally hosts Coolman at the Crossroads, Narrandera hosts Leeton, and Griffith hosts Wagga Tigers. Turvey Park have Mango. Those ones are all on Saturday this weekend. Now, Coleambally and Coolman, Macca, a massive game for both teams. Plenty of class and experience in both the sides, but they haven't dominated this season. So who do you like?
I like Coolaman, but in saying that, Coolaman obviously had a good win against Tigers. Gully had a good win against Gairmain. Brad Aiken's back on the scene. You want your older heads like Aiken for Colin Gully and your Maddoxes for Coolaman to be starting to hit their straps in the latter half of the year. I just think Coolaman got that edge at this time of the year, so I'll back Coolaman to win.
And Gully are never an easy prospect at home. Have you seen much of the RFL in the last year or so, and who'd you pick in this one?
Yeah, I followed a bit of the RFL. I've played in it there 2 years ago at Mango. Yeah, I reckon Gully will be up and about. They've got a bit to prove, and I think they could beat Coolaman.
All right, and the Crows travel to Narrandera, where the Eagles are celebrating Ladies' Day and raising money for breast cancer. It would be great if they could celebrate with an upset. It
would, and I'm sure the club will be up and about. They've got great facility over there. The netballers are always playing finals. Tim Sullivan, obviously, they had the week off. They've refreshed. From all reports, he went and watched Leeton, and they were pretty smooth the way they moved the ball, good quality. So he knows what he's up against. They will have to be going at 110% to beat Leeton. Leeton top 3 team this year for me, and in saying that, I'll back Leeton to win this one.
Yeah, and Leeton have added some key players this year, bringing 3 or 4 big and experienced bodies. It can make a real difference to country footy, can't it?
Yeah, it does. We've seen that, at East Wagga, and I think with at Leeton, as the year gets on, they'll get better and better for that.
Yeah, and a trip to Griffith is never easy, and a Swans win will put them equal 5th with Tigers at the halfway mark. It's a danger game for Wagga, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Do or die. Go into the halfway mark of the RFL, 4-4. Tigers need to win this to really put themselves in that top 4 category. The players like Duncan and Serrato are up and about for Griffith. They've recruited well. They're playing okay football, but they're losing the margins. I think it's less than 6 or 12 points across 2 or 3 games. They win them, and they're in the top 4 sort of thing. So Tigers are going to have a tough day, travelling 200 odd kilometres. For that reason, I'll back Griffith to win. And
Tigers or Swans for you?
I'm going for the Tigers there.
And your old club Mango are at the top of the table. They've done well given so many changes after last year. Is the year of the Hawks and Goannas after you both lost grand finals last year?
I'd like to think so, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, and can you see the Bulldogs pulling off a major upset at Mara Oval?
Unfortunately not. Like the guys have done a really great job down at Turvey Park considering their pre-season. But in saying that, they were up and about against Narrandera, went very close, then had a bad day against Leeton last week. I can see them, going for the first half of the game with them, but Cole Sandbrook out, that's got to be an assistance for the younger guys to get an opportunity to play some senior football, and that'll help them when it comes to September. So, no, Mango for me, easily.
Well, thanks for coming in, guys, and enjoy your weekend of footy.
Thanks, Lauren.